Hey everybody! In today's video, I'm fixing the 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 gasket problem that I had. Okay, so I already talked about the other gaskets that I had for the cover, but this gasket is for the bottom of the pump body. So this is where that other gasket will go, and this is where this gasket will go. This is gasket. It's a Best brand gasket. Best. And it's gasket number 3437, right? I don't really suppose there will be much difference in my other size. .165, .160, .160, .165, .150. So 0.0150. I think that's the measurements I got last time when I measured the room in the gasket. So I got into a pretty deep conversation with one of the guys in the forum about the pump and the gasket and stuff like that, and he thought that this was the wrong gasket for this pump, but he had never really seen the bottom of the pump. He had never really seen that, right? And so when I had the opportunity to really look at it, right, and he said, oh yeah, this and that. He was telling me all about gaskets and stuff, and I just didn't think that there was anything really wrong with this one, right? And he was saying, oh, there's a problem with that gasket. It's, like, da-da-da-da. And he started showing me all these pictures of this other pump that apparently was from like a 1965 oil pump, right? But this pump is not like that. And so I showed it to him, and I was like, I don't understand what I'm missing. Like, how is this gasket not for this pump? I don't get it. Like, this is where the oil comes out. According to him, I mean, and I'm sure he's right, this is where the oil comes out. After it pumps it, after it turns, the oil comes out of that hole, and then it goes into that hole, and then it goes into this area right here. This main oil gallery right here. It goes back and forth. It goes down there to the other end, to the oil pressure sender unit, which is this thing. The oil is going to go up in there, and it's going to go into the dash of the Rambler, and it's going to give you a reading on your oil. You can see the tube goes right in there, right? So that's where the oil goes in that scenario. But as it goes down the rest of that raised part of the casting here, it'll go into here, which is where all of this work that I did, for the oil network, that's where that all comes into play. So the oil pump turns, right? And it pumps it out. Right? Anyways. I even saved all the Vaseline that came out of there because it's a little bit green, and I'm just convinced that there's some engine lubricant, assembly lubricant that's beneficial to the startup that's in there. It's green. Vaseline's not green. You understand where I'm coming from with that. It's just an idea. But today is the 17th of August, and this is the third month that I have not been able to break in the engine. and I'm kind of really wanting to do it as soon as possible because I was told probably have a couple of months, and now it is the 3rd month. So anyways, the advice I got from the guy on the forum about, you know, putting on this gasket and putting basically everything together with concerning the oil pump. You know, he gave me a method to follow, and it is to use some of this, to put some of this on the base of the pump and a little bit on the gasket to hold it on there, and then a little bit extra actually on the block right there. And what that'll do is, he said, it'll like kind of act as like a little bit of like a sticky sealant. It's not a cement, but it's non-hardening, and it's just slow drying, right? So it's gonna get sticky, and it's gonna stick it there, and it's gonna hold it there, and then I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then in the morning I'll be able to, you know, take out these bolts, you know, and do you know, whatever work I need to do, and then fit the other cover gasket on there, and then put the cover back on, and then that's it. Yeah. So he suggested using only 2 bolts and putting a stack of washers on them so that it still bottoms out in the threads in the block. So yeah. So that's the scenario. That's the scenario we're all looking forward to today. You know. Clean surfaces thoroughly. Right, okay. Alright, so I'm just going to use a little tiny bit. Just going to use a little tiny bit. Because he didn't say don't put it on any of the holes. He just said put it on. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm going to try not put some in there, right? Because that's not good. That's not good. I don't want to put any in there. I mean, I want to avoid it, right? So I'm going to put on not much more than this. I'm not going to put on much more than this. Because he did mention don't put on too much. So I'm not going to put on much more than this. Yeah. Not too much more than that. And then put some on the gasket, and it's going to go on that way. So I'm going to put some on this side. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to turn off the camera before it runs out of time so I can concentrate on what I'm going to do. Because I want to... Oh, maybe I'll see if I can, you know, get this done before the time runs out. I mean, I'm not trying to rush or anything. I want to keep my eyes on the prize. Do a good job instead of doing a good job at not running out of time on my video. You know what I mean? But yeah. I want to try and do it right. Alright. Stuff is pretty stinky. Alright. right there. That's looking really good right there. Put the bolts in. Oh. Too many washers. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, that one needed to be moved a little bit. If the time runs out, 1958 AMC Rambler Super Part 59. Just letting you all know. Alright, move it around just a little bit more. There. That looks good. There. I'm going to put a piece of plastic over top of that so that it seals it so it doesn't get air in it. And I'm supposed to let that dry overnight. And then in the morning, take out the bolts and then put on the cover, pack on a little bit more Vaseline, and put on the top of the cover and then put the bolts back in. That's it. All right. 1958 AMC Rambler Super Part 58 or 59. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.